and gentlemen, we are back. Fan Antics. Coming to recap the whole season. We got a couple of intros coming up with the winner of our pool. Mr. Josh going to take that one.
Yes, the winner and reigning champion. Although he did barely beat out his brother.
Well, I beat out two brothers.
Whatever. James.
Y'all make some noise for the boys.
DJ
I won.
Dixon.
I was so happy that I won the challenge. I actually went out, did a little shopping for myself.
Of course he did.
I just want to make sure everybody knew that who was in the building to make sure this is all right.
Mother.
Alrighty.
What the? Oh, hell no.
He staged that.
Let me see.
Oh,
No, you staged
hell no.
Hang on, I need to make
Don't
sure
cry
I'm
too fast.
properly attired here.
Don't make me bust your ass on camera. Oh, shit.
Classic.
Ouch.
We can proceed.
That's all I'm going to say is ouch.
But wait, I do have a question though. Out of all of us four here, who lost?
Well,
Technically, because I missed a couple of weeks of picks,
I like techniques.
I come at the
I
bottom.
use techniques.
I stopped picking at 15 or
And
14.
I missed three weeks of picks, but at the same token, that's my fault. So I'm gonna give the champ his props.
Thank you.
By all means, sir, you did your thing.
And I have something for you also. This is our
You
first
pull out a sucker. I'm gonna beat your ass.
I got something else. This is our
He got you
official
something.
golden, or excuse me, silver toilet, because gold is for first. Silver is for last, and I would like to present you with this trophy.
I thought
Last
bronze.
place.
Hold up.
No, I want him to be able to
Hey,
see
put
it.
your
That's
shit
why
right
it's
there.
silver. This is silver. Would you like to have it?
All right.
That's what last place is making the shittiest picks.
I'm gonna own me. I'm gonna own
He made
this.
the shittiest picks. So
But I
we get a
guarantee
toilet
you,
bowl.
That needs to be him.
it's gonna be a new champ next year, and we're gonna get the real belt.
No,
And
it's-
we're gonna have that. We're gonna have that front and center.
I already got
All
it.
right.
Oh, by the way, what else is in here?
Uh-oh.
John's lunch. So I'll say that for later. But yes, we
Anyway.
can proceed now. Thank
All
you.
right, yes, and we've been playing on Pool Host under our old game name, so look for a contest coming out next season with the Houston Fan Antics name on probably on Pool Host, but we're going to take a look at a couple others as well, just to make sure that we pick the best possible website for everybody to use.
But also, we went to a couple games today. We got some really good interviews. We got some cameos. I got to meet Andre Johnson on my birthday.
I wish we would have gotten that on video.
Chuck
man.
has the video. He didn't have me
Oh,
meeting
yeah.
him, but he does have Andre Johnson taking a picture with a fan, which he rarely does. But the highlight of it was you saw him in person. You saw him live and in person. And come on, when you guys are at the stadium and y'all see us walking around, because we're gonna be advertising next year.
Yeah.
Come get with us. If you got something to say, give me the mantics.
And this year was our first year of transition. We had a lot of things going on. I know I had a lot of things going on at work. John had a lot of things going on at work. Kendall was actually just recently gone back.
And I'm never in the country.
And yeah, he's an oil man, always on the go.
Yeah, right.
And you notice who's missing, right? Because he always missing. We ain't gonna mention his name until you show up.
But he'll be on here later.
Yeah.
He'll be here.
But anyway, let's get down to business.
Let's get down to business. I think the easiest thing that we can discuss, because I know he's going to have some things to pipe in on the other topics that I have. Let's just go straight and talk about the games that we have this week for the wild card weekend.
All right.
So, I know that there's 6 games here.
Which
right?
one we want to talk about first?
Well, let's just go with the first one on the list, right? Seattle at Niners. Now, I do want to take this moment and say I hate three-peats. This was a point of contention for me last year.
It's a point of contention now.
And it's a point of contention again because we're seeing a repetition here.
And if you ever seen one of our videos at the beginning of the season, Josh just said this. There are going to be a bunch of three-peats at the end of the season. And what do we have? A bunch of three-peats.
It's like, look, I have no problems with these teams making it in, but why are you making them play a division rival in the wild card weekend? It makes no sense. If they have to play in the division round or the the championship round, I have no problems with that. But when you have them play in the wild card weekend, I have a problem with that.
And that's why I said instead of going to 17, they should have went to 18.
I
That way,
do.
there's no three-peats.
And there's no break. I think there should be a 1 week break between the season and the playoffs.
And you get rid of the Pro Bowl, everything is fine.
Yep.
Also,
and you got 18
Well, the
games.
Pro Bowl sucks anyway.
It always sucks.
But even if
Yeah.
you did add that
But
back,
because we do have 3 repeats.
yeah.
Okay, we have the Seattle at Niners, which we're going to
Yeah.
talk about here in a minute. We have Miami at Buffalo. We have and we have the Ravens and Bengals. I'm sorry, people. This is ridiculous. There's no reason that we can't mix this up a little bit better and even find a fairer way of doing this playoff.
Well, Houston
competition.
gave you the blueprint on how to do it. Just keep changing coaches.
Right.
Oh,
Because-
keep changing
carousel.
black coaches.
Well, yeah, that too. But
Don't
again,
keep the same black coach.
Understand that.
Hey, John, why you gotta be so racist?
Yeah,
man.
Damn it.
It's not me. It's the NFL.
We just had some social commentary. Right
I
now.
like Lovie Smith, and turns out he was just a
Okay,
placeholder.
okay. Let's start
like,
with
hey,
that.
hold my
Before we
cup
get to
for
that,
me.
let's start with
Yeah.
that. Before we
Yeah,
get
no throwing.
What did you do wrong?
Keep my seat warm.
before we get to talking about the game, let's talk about Lovie Smith for a minute.
All right.
All right, I'm gonna start with Romeo Cornell.
Yep.
He took over. They went 4-8. They got rid of him. They brung in Cully. He went 4-8. Got rid of him. They brung in Lovie Smith.
Was Romeo before or after?
No,
O'Brien?
when Bill O'Brien got fired, Romeo took over.
Oh,
he was the interim.
Right. So that's right.
So-
he was the interim. Okay.
But the
Yeah,
thing
he
was, the
because
Texans
Bill
this year.
O'Brien, technically, Bill O'Brien is credited for the 4.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, never mind that. Technically, well, I ain't gonna say technically. The Texans were competitive.
Yeah.
They just didn't win.
Well, and even this year they were competitive. Take a look at how many games that they lost by less than a score.
Less than a score.
Yeah, yep.
And so, for you to get rid of the coach, that makes no sense to me.
Well, your statement previous, for that to make sense, you just said take a look at the coach.
Yeah.
Coaching. There's no consistency in coaching in Houston. It hasn't been.
At all.
And
It has not been ever.
So, whoever's the next coach, he might-
Kubiak was the
Kubiak was-
longest
yeah.
standing
Yeah.
head coach.
So as of right now,
And
the way
sad,
I'm
he got a freaking ring.
Yeah.
as of right now, the way I'm looking
Yeah,
at it, the next coach,
You better,
if he
you
don't.
better be thanking Peyton on that one.
But I'm looking at it like this here.
Houston
If
just
the
needs to
next
learn the word
coach,
consistency. That's
but
it.
if the next coach come in and don't win, is he gonna get fired too?
Yes. And
Well, no matter what his race is, he gonna get fired
The
too,
number
right?
one problem that I have with the NFL is the win now mentality, because you're not giving these coaches a chance to build a culture. Look, Belichick had the benefit of being in an era where they were allowed to build a culture, and he built a strong one. Got lucky with Brady, you know.
Yeah, I
because
remember
not many QBs would have had that humility and that work ethic for that long. But
No, I'm just done.
anyway, so we do, you know, it was plenty of a rant, and that might be.
But I just wanted to touch on it because I think it's unfair.
It is.
I really think it's unfair.
And if you take a look,
It's not a race thing. It's just
No.
the fact that you didn't give any of these coaches a chance to build a team.
Nope.
Well, you guys, y'all did look at all the alerts that went on this week, just this past week. How many coaches got fired?
Oh yeah, it's always
I
the
mean,
coaching
it's-
carousel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I understand if
Yeah.
you've been there 4 years and your team ain't doing shit. Yeah, by all means you need to be fired. But if you
Yeah,
just gave me a
Cleveland
team,
and
you gave me a
Houston.
team with no. Hold on, but if you gave me a team with nobody and I was competitive every game, I don't deserve to get fired. In other words, I got 12 draft picks now. I can build this team to where we need to be if you give me a
But
chance
what do
to
you
do
want?
it.
Competitiveness or consistency? Because
both.
it's gonna take a long time.
But
to be
competitive,
consistent.
Yeah.
but being competitive breeds consistency.
Yeah, but you can only have consistency if you go past 1 year.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Like,
Or is it the
You're not
coach or
gonna
the
get.
quarterback?
You're not gonna get consistency.
well, I
until-
mean, and we
Quarterback is-
hold on.
Hold
Look, when it comes down to it, right? It comes down to two things that people need to understand, right? It's like building a gourmet meal. You need the recipe, right? Something that works well together. You need to find the components that work well together. Sometimes you don't need a lot of marquee talent. Sometimes you need a leader on the field. When JJ left, there is no leader, and I am.
Yeah.
That is
and
true.
one thing I want to make a comment that I am proud of the Houston Texans for doing is they are building a solid defensive culture without a single marquee talent on the field.
That's
they
true.
were.
Yeah.
Sorry,
That's true.
I'm gonna just say they were.
They were.
But-
Because they had a coach that was breathing that into them players.
They do that. We were there for a few games here this
We
year,
went to
and
4.
I'm saying, you know, what I saw on the field, what I saw the defenses do, I was impressed. I see something that we can build on. Now I don't know if they're going to. I'm hopeful because being person that lives here in Houston.
At the end of the day, we're Texan fans.
It's gonna.
But we're not going to sit here and just watch you just tear our team apart every year and think that you're going to fill this stadium with people who are upset all the time because you can't be consistent in giving us putting on a product that we want to see. You gave us a defense. You gave us a coach, and then you took the coach
and
away.
The offense showed sparks
of greatness.
But like just during that last game again that we were there that we saw against was Jacksonville.
Jacksonville,
right?
yeah.
They before the halftime they should have had 10 points on the board.
Yeah.
They didn't.
There was a couple bad calls that stopped.
Oh yeah, and I know that.
But you look at
getting all the way down the field with nothing to show for it. That's not good on the offense.
So when you when you go to the last game,
the Colts.
We can tie it.
Well, that's everything.
What's more important, first round draft pick or winning the game? Me on the field, I'm not worried about who's coming in. I want to get this win.
Yeah,
that's just me. I'm sorry, that's just me.
And let's take a look. I mean, sometimes the first overall draft pick is never the greatest. I mean, how many Ryan Leafs are out there, and how many Peyton Mannings?
How many Jamarcus Russells?
Wait a minute. Question, John. Doesn't that fall into the Ryan Leaf category?
Yeah, it does. It actually does, yeah.
Okay, so we're not making a separate
Well,
category?
we're trying to figure out which one is worse.
So, there's our rant for the beginning opener.
All right, let's get to the
Let's go ahead and
games.
get in these games. Seattle at 49ers. It's another division rival, and if I'm not mistaken, this is two backup QBs that are fighting, right?
Yeah, Geno Smith is playing.
Geno Smith
Is he playing? Okay.
And it's
but the backup of the Niners.
But Purdy, he's
Brock
like Purdy's
Purdy.
playing. The third string.
So,
The third string.
gentlemen, I'll take this one first.
Yeah, you're the Niners
So
fan.
San Francisco, of course, ladies and gentlemen, is my team. Knock him out. But we'll go ahead and move forward. Brock Purdy, he's stepped in and really made some things happen. The last few games, it wasn't kind of if and. He stepped up and showed showed this team that, hey, look, I can lead. Put me in. It's going to happen. And Geno Smith, he did the same thing beginning of the season. This guy right here, very good fit for them. Well, okay, now we're down to the wild card in this coming weekend, and both these teams are in the same division. I'm just going to close with I'm going with San Francisco all the way on this one.
I would like to say San Francisco, but the one thing I do not trust, backup QBs. So this opens the door for Seattle to sneak into the division round.
And I'm gonna go with Seattle on this for a similar reason for Josh. But other than that Purdy, this is your first time in the limelight. Can you handle that pressure? Geno Smith, you've been in the league for a minute, so I'm gonna give you the ball and I'm gonna let you run with it.
Well, I'm just gonna go ahead and kind of interrupt all of that by just saying that you never take a last place pick lightly. Because Tom Brady was also almost Mr. Irrelevant. Look at him now. So I think if I had to lay my hat on it, I would actually give this to the defense of San Francisco and the win by San Francisco just simply because.
Okay, that's a 2-2.
They're at home, so I'm not counting them out, but I do think that this is probably one of the good games. Even though it's the three-peat, it's one of the good games to watch.
I'm going to keep it on.
All right, next game on Saturday is the Chargers at Jaguars. And on this one,
coin flip.
I've been rooting for the Chargers ever since I got stationed there back in the late 90s. I was pissed that they went to LA, but I understand the business side of it. And with the way that the Chargers have been playing solid, I got to give them credit, even though they're on the road. However, this is not an easy out for them. You know, they're going to have their work cut out for them going against that Jacksonville offense. Mm-hmm. I think it's going to come down to the defenses. Which one can stop?
I'm going to go ahead and say that, well, in this case, I'm going to say the Chargers to me are my silent but deadly team.
Yes.
Because they have been winning quietly. But when you do see it and you finally get the set, it hits you right in the nose. And guess who's here?
I know.
We're gonna have to pause this. We're gonna get a fifth member. He finally showed up.
All right.
Give us a sec. We'll be right back.
Just walk in.
All right. So we're doing this little quick recap. While I have him here, he doesn't have much time. He's got to get going, do his thing. So I figured let's go ahead and run through these games real quick, and then I'll do mine with the other fellas, right?
Okay.
So then
he's doing it with the one who knows what he's talking about. That's why.
You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, improvise, adapt, overcome. That's his thing.
That's right.
See.
Okay, so we already kind of covered that. You agree with me, Chargers probably.
Yeah.
But you have to agree also, that's not an easy out for them.
No.
On the road, Jacksonville, they are dangerous.
Yeah.
Sunday's first game is Dolphins-Bills. as much as I would love to see the Dolphins do something here, I got to go with the Bills.
Yeah, that's even gonna be a bigger emotional win than anything else. But I think physically they're gonna dominate the game because of their defense, and also because of how the quarterback actually orchestrates the offense.
I think they have a really good balance of his role on the team. They found I get, what do you call that? Whether it's like a scheme that just fits in. Josh Allen just thrives in that system.
Yeah, and he reads and talks to the other offensive players like directly as soon as they get back in the huddle. Quick snap. They know their positions. They know their targets. They make plays.
It's at home for Buffalo, so I mean.
Oh yeah.
Okay, next one. Giants at Vikings. Now this is a tough one for me. Giants surprised me this year, but Vikings have been playing solid. What do you got?
I'm gonna actually run with the offense of Minnesota Vikings. You
can't go wrong. I mean, you have to go with the offensive power, right?
Yeah.
Because I think if you take a look at them, defenses, do they seem about the same?
They're partially even, but again, I can't give the nod to Minnesota's defense because of what I've seen them do with Dallas.
And once again, home field advantage.
Yep, that always comes into play.
The one three-peat I'm not looking forward to, but I have to go with the home team again. Ravens at Cincinnati Bengals. Now Bengals, they were in the Super Bowl last year. I know that they want to go back. So what do you think?
They're one of the two teams that actually played up to what they lost, and they had a vengeance this entire season. And
they didn't like to take those losses.
Every loss you could tell on that team, not only just on the sideline, it wasn't
bitter taste.
Every time they gave an interview, and I watched the outside interviews, none of those guys are ever happy. And most of the time you hear, well, we played, we did this. Cincinnati, you never heard that. It's like, no, we're going forward. We're gonna do better. So I'm taking Cincinnati.
All right, yeah, I have to agree with you there. And of course, the last wild card game of the season, and oh man. I might as well do this now.
Yeah, get it out.
Hey, Goodell, can we petition you to have both of these teams eliminated from the playoff?
I second.
I mean, Cowboys at Buccaneers. I mean, Buccaneers don't even deserve to be in the playoffs. They just got lucky to have a division that didn't give a shit about playing football this year. And the Cowboys, I mean, I don't know. I mean, with all that talent, and they let Philly take the lead.
How does a man's divorce affect a whole team? Not much less a whole city.
Well, I mean, aren't they playing on Monday because somebody's going to be on a cruise or something?
Yeah, I mean, they got other things to do. I mean,
who cares about the playoffs? I mean, I got to go to this Disney cruise or some shit.
I got some other things.
Destination wedding. I don't know.
You mean the Cowboys, right? So we're going, okay, got it. No, I'm going to be somewhere else. For this game, I have to be honest. And I know everybody hates when I agree with Stephen A. Smith, but it's one of those things of just wait, be patient. The moment will get way too big.
And what kills me is you take a look. This is by far the worst season that Brady has ever played. Now they don't.
His first season was worse.
Okay. Their defense hasn't been the same. Offensively, they've been sputtering. The Dallas Cowboys have a tendency to play to the level of competition, and going into Tampa Bay, I have a funny feeling they're gonna allow a 2-minute drill for Brady to beat them. I mean, it's just, could you script something?
This is gonna be the best drama. I mean, as soon as that game
and it's on Monday.
You're gonna see what is that? Just Crazy Tom or whatever it is.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
gonna be over there, lips closed, throwing the ball and the camera.
And let's bring up the question that everybody's probably discussing, but nobody on the main has talked about it yet. Well, maybe a few. This could be Tom's last game.
It has to. Well, if they win,
because I think Tampa Bay's ready to move away from him.
Yeah, I think it's his last year, maybe not his last game though.
Well, if they lose, but this could be.
I'm trying to bring these down. I can't. It's Tom Brady. I mean, I counted him out in the Atlanta game.
Yep.
And I was several people in the room. There was only one person sitting there like, it's Tom Brady. And I learned my lesson quickly. He could be 100 years old. This man is
all I'm gonna say
than anybody else other than.
All I'm gonna say is Atlanta Falcons.
Yeah. Don't let that happen, Dallas. Dallas, don't get up 28 points and think that it's over.
Right.
Please don't do that. I mean,
Actually, it might be over with this team.
well,
28-0.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, it's not Belichick and that defense.
True. But again, I will say this: I'm gonna run directly with. I'm gonna run with Tampa Bay on this just because one, they are at home, and two, the Dallas's defense when they played Washington, it was a lot of and they had all of their starters. That was kind of a shocker to me because nothing that they saw on that field was worthy. And I'm sorry that people keep bringing this up, but Dak Prescott is not that guy yet. You know what I mean? And that scares me to say that. I used to run home to watch this guy play. Right now,
look, from what I've seen from Dak, he's a solid QB when he has supporting cast.
Yeah.
Meaning, you have to have the tight end, you have to have the running back that can catch out of the backfield. You have those components, he's your guy.
well, there was only one thing missing with Dak Prescott this year, and that's his accuracy.
That's true.
I cannot say a person who threw 15 interceptions over the season, and the ones that I've seen him make, it was maybe 4 that were tips. I don't really call tipped interceptions, but the ones I saw him throw, he's looking dead at his receiver and looking directly at the defender coming in. Somehow it ends up over there.
Yeah.
I can't explain it.
All right. So since we can't get them both eliminated, my second petition is going to be, no matter who wins, they have to play the losing team of the Giants and Vikings.
Just enjoy Monday. That's all I can say. If you follow me on anything at DJ Thumper, just follow me, and I'll give you my opinion once it's over. Trust me, I'll be 3 to 12 sheets to the win, but I'm gonna watch it just like everybody else.
I gotta work on Tuesday.
Oh no, I'm not gonna be working at all. I'm gonna be working on a hangover for Tuesday. But the only thing I can say is it's gonna be a great game, no matter how you slice it. It's gonna be a great game. I'm pulling for the defense. That's what I'll do. I'll say I'm pulling for the defense on both sides. But man, if Dak makes that one mistake late in that game and that ball is turned over, it's going to come down to whoever has the ball last. That's it for me. So I have to pick Tampa Bay just because they're at home. That's it. I mean, honestly.
And I hate to say this. I'm going for the Cowboys because they have the best talent on the team.
Okay, well, that's my cue.
I'm probably wrong.
No, I doubt it. I mean, again, I'm down here flipping the coin. I'm not doing nothing else, but I am flipping the coin. I still can't tell exactly which. That's not a coin.
That's not a coin. Bastard. All right. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
And,
y'all have a happy New Year.
Roll through in here anytime, man.
I am. I got to go to Aruba in February. I'll bring you back some sand and some rocks.
Rocks are cool. Keep the sand where it is.
Okay, it's gonna be in my drawers. I'm gonna give that to John.
I just want I want that T-shirt say, "Yeah, I ain't bring you shit."